When a narcissist thinks they can't beat you, this is what they do to defy expectation and kill you. Everyone, welcome to another episode. When dealing with narcissists, one must frequently expect them to revert to a variety of strategies whenever they are unable to manipulate the target through feelings such as love, pity, or fear. Nothing is off limits for them as they relentlessly pursue whatever it is that they want. In today's lesson, we take a look at the complicated relationship between narcissistic behavior and the concepts of duty and obligation. The concepts of duty and obligation suggest a responsibility to fulfill particular standards, which are typically derived from rules pertaining to morality or the law. Narcissists are drawn to the idea of responsibility and obligation because it allows them to easily advance their own self-interested goals, which makes it an extremely valuable concept. They are more concerned with keeping up appearances than with having an authentic love or connection with one another. To others looking in from the outside, they may give the impression that they are carrying out all of their responsibilities, such as appearing to be a committed parent or partner, checking off all of the necessary boxes, and even purchasing material items. On the other hand, a genuine emotional connection is rarely present. In the event that a narcissist is unable to fulfill their commitments, they are quick to place the blame on others while avoiding taking ownership of their actions. They find that the idea that someone should remain loyal to them because of a sense of obligation or duty to fulfills all of their requirements. Love has very little significance for them, since they have a hard time understanding the concept of love in its purest form. Narcissists do not place a high premium on cultivating good relationships with others. They are content in the knowledge that they are free to behave in any manner they choose, safe in the knowledge that you won't abandon them out of a sense of obligation or duty. They place a high value on both your presence and your submission to them. Narcissists frequently take advantage of the roles they occupy, such as being a parent, to manipulate the behavior of their offspring and force them to comply with their demands. This dynamic can also work in the opposite direction, with narcissistic children pressuring their parents to feel obligated to fulfill their every whim and fancy. The same tendency holds true for narcissistic leaders, pastors, and other individuals in positions of authority who take advantage of their standing to coerce others into complying with their requirements. They may not be able to succeed in winning your genuine affection, fear, or sympathy, but they can certainly succeed in convincing you that you are obligated to serve them. A narcissistic boss will frequently misuse their position in the workplace, deceiving their employees into believing that they are compelled to perform duties that go beyond the scope of their jobs. Narcissistic parents frequently teach in their offspring from an early age the idea that it is their duty to take care of them in their twilight years. They insist that no matter what the circumstances are, it is their responsibility to support their parents and put up with the detrimental behavior of their parents. This sense of obligation to be obedient and bear suffering is profoundly ingrained in us as a moral duty. Individuals who continue to maintain unhealthy relationships with narcissistic parents and other family members may have done so in part due to the pressures placed on them by society. In the end, the decision lies solely within the hands of the individual. One has the ability to choose to fulfill their duties, and one may choose to willingly keep in contact with and offer assistance to narcissistic people in their lives. Once a narcissist is aware of your sense of duty or ethical obligation, however, they will use this to their advantage by manipulating and taking advantage of your willingness to execute these commitments without receiving anything in return. It is essential that you see through their deception and take steps to safeguard yourself against additional injury. Narcissists are largely motivated by an insatiable need to exert control over their environment. You are unwittingly making a sacrifice for the narcissist when your feeling of responsibility leads you to stay approachable, patient, kind, and forgiving to everyone, regardless of how they treat you. This is due to the fact that sticking to what you think to be right, while being mistreated, typically results in more negative outcomes than positive ones. In the mind of a narcissist, they believe they have the right to behave badly towards other people and then want your unflinching support if they are in need. No matter what they have done, they still anticipate that you will be there for them and will support them in spite of their actions. Therefore, it is important to reevaluate the road you are on if you believe that it is your responsibility to suffer because of your morals, your society, or your religion. In conclusion, one of the most admirable qualities a person may possess is a strong sense of obligation. Narcissists, on the other hand, are experts at exploiting and manipulating the views of others. An ethics based on duty has the potential to ignore the results of one's actions. It is imperative that every person figure out when and where their obligation ends, if indeed it ever does. Now that we've covered the basics, I'd want to hear your opinions and stories in the comments section down below. Are you in a scenario in which you feel forced or duty-bound to accept a narcissist, whether it's a family member, employer, pastor, ex-partner, or anybody else? If so, it's time to reevaluate your position. Your experiences and perspectives offer a lot of value. I'm appreciative of your participation and the ideas you shared. Have a nice day.